hi, what are you at? Today is Tuesday, July 19th, and I'm back from my vacation. So this is just going to be a very quick, well, maybe not so quick, I don't know how quick it's going to be, but very quick video to show you what I've gotten done since I went on vacation, which isn't very much. I've hardly stitched at all. And to show you my haul, because I never have a haul, and I'm really excited about the things I've got, because I visited Because You Count in Moncton while I was on vacation. Not once, but twice. I was there 2 times. And it was fabulous. I was like a kid in a candy shop. Just, oh, you should have seen me. So, where to start? Vacation was wonderful. We had a great time. We only went for just over a week. Visited my husband's family, did lots of things with the kids. There was a family reunion while we were there. So that was busy. It was a good kind of busy. Like, we were relaxed. We didn't have any set plans per day except for the day of the reunion. We knew we were going to that. Every other day was got up, had a look, see what the weather was like, and based on that, figured out what we were going to do for the day. So it was very relaxing. It was lovely. So I am now back to work tonight. So I do have a little bit of stitching to show you, and I'll do that on my way through. Probably won't edit this video because there's no before and after pictures to show. So I'll very quickly just show you my Monopoly board, because I did take this on vacation with me, but I hardly got any time to stitch. I just stitched a little bit on the plane on the way over, and I managed to start, I'll move my coffee here. I managed to start the light bulb, which I'm doing in gold Krennic. No, that's a lie. I'm doing this in the DMC metallic. So that's that. And I started, oh, and I filled in the prices at the bottom there. And I started the railroad on this side. And that was it. That's all the stitching I got done. Which I'm fine with, because, you know, I was only gone for a week and wanted to enjoy my time away. So this piece is now going to become my work piece, because I don't have anything to work on at work now specifically. So I'm going to start taking this back and forth to work, and on my night shifts, if I get some downtime, or on my breaks, my lunch breaks and stuff, I will work on this piece to get it finished. So that's that. So this one is out of my rotation. Will no longer be in my rotation. It'll just be a piece to work on at work. Done. So when I get to Moncton, I was dying to go to the cross-stitch store as soon as we got there, and couldn't go. We had stuff, like I said, with the family reunion. We had that planned. That was the day after we got there. And then, of course, we were into Sunday when we got home, and the store wasn't open. So Monday was the first opportunity I got. So we got up that morning, we took the kids to the zoo, did all of that, and then we left there, and I said, okay, my time. I'm going to the cross-stitch store. Well, I walked in, and the first person I met was Shelley, one of the owners of the store. Lovely woman. She helped me find stuff. She helped me with my fabric that I wanted for the pieces that I bought. I had a wonderful time. She also called, really funny. I got there, and she comes over to me and she says, oh, I knew you were coming. And I was like, you did? Because I knew I posted it on Facebook that I was going to the store, but and I had said it in my last video, but I had very little internet use while I was away. But that morning I had said, oh, I'm planning on going, and that's where I thought she had seen it. And she said, no, one of our customers was in this morning, and she was like, oh, has she been here yet? And anyway, so that was Carmel. So hi, Carmel. I know you watch my videos. But Carmel's not on Facebook or anything, I don't think. So Carmel shows that she said, I'm going to have to call Carmel now that you're here and let her know you're here. She wants to meet you. I said, oh, yes. Anyway, we had a grand chat. I had a lovely time. They both helped me pick out charts and fabric. And there's another little story about that, but I'll get into that in a second, about the fibers and stuff that I needed for one of my pieces. So I'll save that for a minute. So let's show you what I got. I know some of you don't like haul videos, but it's my video. This is what I'm doing. So first thing I wanted was fabric. I've decided to start the 20th anniversary chart that Long Dog Sampler put out called Death by Cross Stitch. I know you've all seen it, but I'll insert a picture anyway, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I purchased the PDF version of the chart directly from Julia of Long Dog Sampler. She's so lovely to deal with. She's very quick, very efficient. I purchased the chart. I sent her an email saying I wanted to purchase. She sent me an invoice via PayPal, like almost immediately. I sent her back the payment, and yeah, within no time, like the next morning, I think, because that was during the evening, or afternoon my time, evening her time, I think. Next morning I got up and the chart was in my email. It was fabulous. So I wanted to stitch that. I decided on a 25 count antique white material of some sort, and I'm going to stitch it 1 over 1, and I'm going to use DMC 939, which is a really dark navy. So that's the DMC I'm using, really dark navy. Okay, and this is the fabric that Shelly helped me with at the store. It's on my Q-snap frame here now because I'm stitching. I've started it. New start. Like I don't have enough on my plate already with my full coverage pieces. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I said, oh yeah, no, I'm getting this. I don't know when I'm going to start it. I bought another piece. Don't know when I'm going to start that. Yeah, they've all been started. Bad girl. So this is Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog Samplers. And I just got a little start. So my idea, and again, this is 25 count antique white, and I'm using navy thread. My idea for this, I'm doing it 1 over 1. And instead of it being like a rotation piece, I'm going to work on this like a half an hour a day. Just to get a few stitches in every day. Half an hour or so a day. That's my plan for that one. So I'll lay that down there, because I absolutely adore it. I really do. I love the daintiness of the stitches. I love the intricacy of the pattern and that it's all cross stitch. So I just said I'll do a half an hour a day. I took a page out of Allie's book. Allie from Allie's Stitching Studio. Allie said that, you know, she had a couple of pieces and it was just, you know, you'd be surprised how much you can get done in just a half an hour a day, do a few stitches at a time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with that piece. I didn't want to have it just sitting in my stash and not started. And I didn't want to wait to finish something else. And I have 4 full coverage pieces. So other than my Lizzie Kate piece I'm doing, I don't really have anything that's kind of not full coverage or just simple, easy stitches I can work on. So that's it. I said I'm going to add that in. So that was one thing. So I got the Long Dog Sampler and the fabric for it. Awesome. Then, while I was at the store, I purchased Lizzie Kate's Dog Lessons for People. Now this is just the chart. I didn't purchase a kit with the threads or anything. My plan is to stitch this in the DMC colors. However, they do have a Crescent Colorworks Cocoa Bean listed here in the threads that are used. And if I have enough left over from my other Lizzie Kate, I may use some of the Cocoa Bean for some of the lettering because it's variegated. If not, I'll just use the DMC. So that's that one. Because we've got 2 dogs, so I wanted to have that piece. So that was all on that first trip. Then I also purchased 2 Mill Hill kits because I've never had a Mill Hill kit and you can't get them here. So I got this one, Charmed Santa Face. And this is cute because I had a look. There's actually 2 pieces of the perforated paper in here. So his hat is stitched on one piece and his face is stitched on another, and then they're tacked together, they're sewn together, one on top of the other, so his hat actually sticks out a little bit. And there's a little charm. So that was lovely. And they also had Christmas in July at Because You Count. So there was like 20% off anything Christmas, so yeah. And look at the colors. I just love the colors. That was that one. The second Mill Hill kit I got, I've already started, so it's already out in a baggie. It's this one. It's the Owlet. And this one was named Emma, which is my daughter's name, so I couldn't resist purchasing this one. Plus I like the nice bright colors. So I started this one on the plane on the way home. And that's how much I've gotten done. So I got quite a bit done on the plane ride. This reminds me, though, when I'm stitching it, I guess because I'm so used to stitching big stuff, of like a kid's craft kit. Like the needle is huge, the perforated paper is huge. It's fun doing it, but yeah, it just reminds me of like doing a kid's craft. So yeah, so that's my Mr. Owl. He's coming along. So again, I'll probably just take this to work and stitch on it on my lunch break or something really easy like that, because it's just toss it in my purse and go. So that was another start. So that's 2 starts, right? It's going to be a problem. And then I said, I've never done a Mirabilia, and I really want to do a Mirabilia. But mermaids are not really my thing. They look gorgeous. They're stunning when they're stitched. But they're just not my thing. The only one I've ever seen that I really like is the Bath Time Mermaid from Haid that Carolyn Mazzio has been stitching. And I have that chart. So that's the only one that really ever, you know, for a mermaid that I ever really liked. So I said, I'm going to go through their Mirabilia charts and see what they have. And I was thinking of the Santa, I forget what it's called. It's like Santa's Sleigh. Oh my gosh, what's her name on Flosstube? The Evergreen Needle. She did it, and it's beautiful. But they didn't have that chart. But they had this one. This, if I can get the glare, this is Santa's Magic. I just think he is lovely. The colors are so rich and vibrant. Oh, I just fell right in love with him. And they had a model stitched at Because You Count up on the wall. That someone from the store had stitched. I'm not sure if it was Kathy or not. Somebody stitched it. I just fell in love with it. But that one was done on a hand-dyed fabric, not on this plain fabric, which is lovely. But this in here, I don't know if you can see, but this in here is fabric showing through. This part here is not stitched. It's just gorgeous. So, this is Santa's Magic. It's Mirabilia. It's old. I don't think this is new. Hang on. $19.95 is the copyright. Nora Corbett. And it's number 15, chart number 15, MD 15. So, because I was in a cross-stitch store, what better thing to do than kit this fella up while I was there? So, I did. I kitted him up completely. I've got to have all of his stuff. But I ran into a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to show you what I got. So I got the chart, of course. I got all of these Krennics, which are just gorgeous colors. Absolutely gorgeous. They're so rich. There's these ones. Just look at those colors. They're gorgeous. And then there's this one. Like, you know how Krennic has like the sparkly kind of stuff in it? This one doesn't. This one's smooth. It's just a gold, it's just a gold thread. And then there's this one, which is like a gunmetal kind of blacky blue. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I have those. There's 3 packs of beads called for. There's these ones, which are like a purpley blue green iridescent. These, which are like a periwinkly sort of blue. And these ones are red with some kind of slight purpley iridescent on them. Okay, that's the beads. Then there's 2. Everything else for him pretty much is DMC. I guess because maybe he's an older one. I don't know. Yeah, 95. Like all of his... I'm not really showing the chart, but all of this is all DMC. And then it's just... And this is all DMC. So then it's just the Krennic. And the last thing is the whisper thread. So I have 2 whisper threads. There's like a brown one and a really, really bright white. Really bright white. For his beard and stuff. So that's the whisper threads. So here's the funny story. Oh wait, now I'll show you the fabric first. And then I got some fabric. And I couldn't wait to start him. So what I got was 28 count Mellow, it's called, by Picture This Plus. And it's a 28 count Lugana. Oh, this stuff is gorgeous. Hang on. Let me get it open. Look at that. It's a really soft, beigey yellow. And as you can see, I started him. I started in the center. And that's $9.39 on his fabric. I don't know if you can see the modeling in that, but the modeling is very subtle. And it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. So this is the fabric. And, oh, he's going to be lovely. So I couldn't resist. I had to start him as well. So he's going to take the place of my Monopoly board in my rotation. And then I'll work on my long dog sampler like a half an hour a day or something like that. So yeah, he is lovely. But here's the funny story. So I'm there at the store. I'm with Shelly and Carmel. We're picking everything out. Turns out that Shelly was out of a couple of Krennics and I don't know if it was, I think it was 1 pack of beads maybe, and the whisper thread. So what she was going to do was she was going to order those in for me and then just mail them to me when they show up. Fair enough, no problem. But Carmel, who had come down to the store to see me, had brought like her whips and stuff with her, and we were looking at her stuff that she's working on and things that she has kitted up. She's got some, oh my God, she's got some beautiful pieces. So we were looking at all of that. Carmel has this in her stash that she has not started yet. So she has them completely kitted up. Fabric, floss, beads, Krennic, everything. So she says to Shelly, hang on, and she runs to her car because we had already gone through her stuff that she had brought down for me to look at. She comes back in with her kit box for Santa and pulls out the 2 or 3 Krennics I needed, the whisper thread, and the beads, and says to Shelly, no, here, sell her these because they're not used, they're brand new. Sell her those. When you order them back in, just give them back to me. That way she can go home with everything that she needs for Santa. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, now I show up in Moncton and start taking, not only am I buying from the store, but I'm stealing from Stitcher's stash. But that is like the best thing about this whole stitching community. Like, the type of people like that, that will, oh yes, no, share, take this from me and I'll just get it back whenever, and no, anything for you to start a project, and like, it's lovely. I just think that this whole community is fantastic, and that is just a perfect example of, friendliness and helping somebody out, and being a true, part of this whole stitching community. So Carmel, thank you very much. I know you watch my videos, but like I said, you're not on Facebook or what have you, but I really appreciate it more than you know. I came home and I was so excited because I had him completely kitted up that I had to start him right away. So there's only a few stitches in there, but he's started. So now he's going to be part of my rotation, and my Monopoly board is going to work with me. So thank you so much. So I then left the store on Monday after all of that, and it was such a whirlwind. Like I said, I was like a kid in a candy shop. So the next thing was, after a couple of days, we went to PEI, and I had some time to think, and I was like, oh, I remembered the chart that I wanted to get that I didn't get while I was there, and then there was another thing. So, I also bought some Bowen needles to try them. That's what I'm using actually on my Santa's Magic, and I do like them. They're really slippery. They have a different feel to them. Anyway, so on Friday, I went back to the store and just randomly walked in again, and I got to meet Jeannie and Kathy, and lovely, lovely people. So there were 2 things I went back to get. This was one of them, Little House Needleworks Needleworker, which everybody has seen. And I actually purchased this as the It's not really a kit, but they have it packaged up with the with the floss, with the recommended Classic Colorworks floss. So that's all in the package. The only thing it's missing is the fabric. You can stitch it, of course, on any kind of fabric you choose. So I'm just going to do it on some sort of very boring linen, but something like that. I think I will use linen for this piece, actually. I don't typically stitch on linen because I don't like the slubs in it, but I think I might use linen for this piece. So I bought that, and then I got her looking for a snag nabbit for me because I'd like to have one of those if she can find it. And the last thing is I ordered, because they didn't have it in the store. They had other Rosewood Manor charts, but there's a Rosewood Manor chart that I really liked, and it's called And a Forest Grew. Absolutely in love with that piece, and they didn't have it in the store. So Jeannie said they'll order it in for me, and they'll just let me know when it comes in, and then they'll post it to me because it won't take very long in the post. So that's it. That's my stash. That's my haul. I had a fantastic vacation. I had a fantastic trip. It was a lovely time. Like I said, not much stitching done. I have started the Haid challenge, but I'll leave that and show it to you in my next video when I do a proper update video. So yeah. So I lost my mind a little bit. I bought all this stuff. I got 2 new starts, 3 if you count the little Mill Hill kit. Yeah, busy girl. I'm going to be a very busy stitcher. Anyway, I have lots to keep me occupied. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and my haul. If you are in Moncton or you're in New Brunswick, go check out Because You Count. It is a fabulous store, absolutely wonderful. And like I said, the ladies there, phenomenal. They are really, really great. So anywho, I'm going to go. I'm going to go get some stitching done because I go back to work tonight. So I'm going to stitch for a couple of hours and relax, and then get ready for my night shift. Have a great day. Have a good time stitching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.